Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. So, this is going to be a bit of a mash-up really, because I currently have Cole on Skype. He's recording at the same time as me. We're going to try and... It's all magic, basically. It's all unicorns in this space right now. So we're going to try and record whatever we can and see how it works. So, I will give my American friend a high five, because we can't shake hands, because we're all the way... we're in completely different countries. And you'll notice the backdrop as well. I currently don't have Tooney's garage. He's kicked me out of his garage. So
what?
I know.
Come on, dude.
So I think we'll start because, like I say, it's going to be hard to edit as it is. So, right. Question number one. In all the classic, cool American cars that you guys have out there, which, let's face it, would be easier to get parts for, why on earth do you collect classic minis, and why have you got a classic mini?
Well, I mean, everybody has one of those cool American cars here.
Yeah.
And you go to car shows and everybody has a Mustang, everyone has a Camaro. I mean, you go there and there's hundreds of them.
Of course.
But there's never any minis.
Yeah.
And every time I drive up in my Mini, it's like people just suddenly forget that Lamborghinis are there and all that stuff, and everyone crowds around the Mini. So, I love that. Love it. It puts a smile on everyone's face.
To be fair, it gets the same sort of response over here. Unless you go to a car show.
Really?
If you don't go to a car show, then you get the same response over here. I always remember me going out in my classic Mini when it actually ran, which was a long time ago. I was behind a brand new BMW M5, and nobody was giving the attention to the M5. They're all giving it to me, which is pretty cool. So,
Of course. Well, the Mini are cooler, in my opinion.
Yes. Question number two. Now, obviously, followed your channel for a long time. You've done quite a lot of tasteful mods to your Mini. Nothing over the top, I don't think, and I like them. Over the years, what's been your most favourite mod that you've done to your Mini?
That's a tough one. I think it's the dashboard.
Okay.
And I didn't actually fabricate that myself. I've not got the skills to do that. But I always like the center dash with the center binnacle, isn't that what you guys call it?
Yeah.
I love that look, but the whole rally dash, it like cleans up the whole inside of the car. I think that's probably my favorite out of all the stuff I've done.
It almost looks like on a Mark 1 that it is missing a dashboard, I feel.
Yeah.
Even with the center binnacle, it's a bit like, there's just space where the steering wheel is, and you're like, I don't get it.
It's like, what is all this for? And it's nice to be able to put stuff up there, but I don't know. I'm glad I went out and I got rid of all that. It just looks so much cleaner.
Cool. No, that's a perfect answer. I love that. Now, this is a tricky one, because I know. So I'll tell you the question and see how you answer it. Now, we have MOTs in the UK, which can be very strict, and in my opinion, some of the parts they look for, or some of the things they look for, are pretty pointless, in my opinion. What's your equivalent, and what's the most important things that they look out for on yours?
So for any car, literally any car that's older than 25 years, we are exempt from 95% of the rules.
Wow.
So for my Mini, I had one inspection, and it was when I brought it from Canada down into the US, and they checked to make sure that the VINs were right. It has a windshield and a rear window, front and rear bumpers, headlights, and turn signals. That's it.
Wow.
So, and then even modern cars, I mean, you don't have to pass much. You basically have to get it plugged up to an emissions machine, and it says it meet the requirements the car had when it left the assembly line. And then if it does, you're ready to go.
So following on from that then, because I'm pretty sure watching some of the American car shows, which may be different, but isn't it different in different states?
Yeah. So that's a big piece. Like if you go 50 miles south of me into South Carolina, there are basically no emissions restrictions, nothing. I mean, you don't even have to carry insurance on your car to drive, which is ludicrous to me. But you know, it does open the door for people to do basically whatever they want to do to their cars.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but then you also have people who are just like driving cars that are basically just rust.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Straight up.
No, that's a fair answer. That's a fair answer. Right, let's do some YouTube questions, since you are a YouTuber.
Okay.
So, why did you start a YouTube channel?
I initially started it because I wanted to track what I was doing on the car. And I genuinely, you know, a lot of people just kind of say this stuff, but I genuinely enjoy like sharing knowledge. You know, I don't think that information should be something that should be like kept and hidden and all that stuff. So, you know, as I did the YouTube channel, I'd learn, so I would learn more information, and then I could also share it with people. That was the main goal of the channel when I started it.
Fair play. Fair play. Going on from that, obviously, you're a massive channel, and that's not trying to you know blow smoke up you or anything like that. You've got a big channel, especially for classic minis. What advice would you give to someone either starting YouTube, or obviously I'm less than 1,000 subs? What sort of advice would you give to someone that's maybe just going through it?
I think the biggest piece of advice I would start with is that, one, you don't need a super fancy camera and like tons of stuff in order to get started. Like I literally used my like iPhone for the first year and a half, 2 years. I was only using an iPhone for my video and audio. But what I would say is, if you don't spend a lot of money on a camera, if you don't want to put an investment in like that, focus on optimizing the audio and video on your channel in an editor, a film editor on your computer. Because so many people will just kind of forego that little piece, but it really is like such a huge detail. Being unable to hear someone, or the audio going from really, really quiet to super loud. You know, that I would say that's something really good to focus on. And then make content that you would like people, that you would actually want to watch yourself. I agree. I think that's a great bit of advice, because also it makes you want to do it, which is another thing as well. Exactly.
So that's great. I mean, this might be a bit crap audio wise. The videos will be great, but the audio might be.
We're trying something new here. This is fun.
We're giving it a go. So, obviously, apart from my channel, what are a couple of your favourite YouTube channels?
Favorite YouTube channels? So there's this one that I've been watching a lot of. He doesn't make videos super frequently. His name's Jeffrey Crocker. He's down in New Zealand, and he's restoring a Land Rover. Incredible video quality, but also the content is like extremely detailed, and it's fun as like he shows you, you know, how do you install this thing, and then they'll make a mistake, and then it'll do some like comic routine and things. And big fan of that channel. And then really anything that is like, I like really nitty gritty detailed items. So anything where you're building an engine, I'm hooked.
Yes. Do you watch? I don't know if you Aaron Unknown. Have you ever seen his channel?
No.
I'll have to send you a link to that. He goes very detailed into engine build. It's quite nice. He does a lot of Evo things and stuff. Which again, I'm not a massive fan of Japanese stuff, but to watch him understand bearings and stuff, I like stuff like that. So yeah, I might give that a go. Let's have a look. Where are we up to? Here we go. So I like this one. Now, obviously, we know you're doing a supercharged build on your A series currently. What's the reason you didn't go either engine conversion or you didn't go turbo? So it's two questions really, but yeah.
So I'll start with the first one, the engine conversion bit. I think engine conversions are really cool, and it's something that I want to do in the future. But with the Mark I, I'm already, a lot of people would consider what I'm doing as bastardizing the car. And so I was trying to be a little bit aware of that, so that, you know, people are not like giving me a hard time constantly. But I always wanted to try something like this on the A series. And then as far as supercharged versus turbocharged, the biggest piece is the way I drive my car and where I drive it. So a lot of my daily driving is spent like, I'm not hitting the top end of my power band.
Yes.
Most of my time is down in the lower end. And so a linear power curve from 0 to 60 is much more appealing to me than it is like no power, bam, there's all your power with the turbo.
Yeah. No, do you know what? Absolutely fair play. Because at the end of the day, I know, obviously, you are, like you say, you don't want to upset the Mark 1 purist. You've upset them a bit anyway, let's face it. But you don't want to kill them all off. But in the same breath, you want it to work for you. So that's perfect. I get that, man. That's absolutely superb. Because when I eventually do finish my Mini in 2034 or something like that,
That's soon, huh?
It's for me. It is for me. There's enough.
Yeah. For
me, there is enough fully restored, beautiful Minis. Get it. I fully get it. But when it comes to, I've got this bolt from circa 1962, I couldn't care less because I've just got 1,000 bolts from my local machine shop for £2. So
exactly.
No, what a perfect answer. Great. Let's go on. Again, I don't know the answer to this one. Oh. Yeah, we've had an issue this side, so bear with me. It stopped recording.
Yeah, they're on there now.
Right, okay.
I'm still recording on my side with Skype as a backup.
Let me just see where you're up to that.
Oh, don't worry, we'll just start. It doesn't matter, I'll just piece it in. Yeah, I'll just piece it in. We just hit our limit on our camera, that's all, so we just...
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's recording, I've got a crew, right. Right, sorry about that. I don't know the answer to this. Any other hobbies other than cars?
I've got a few. I'm a web developer. I'm a really big techie in my day job. And so I do like to spend a lot of time working on like networking equipment and setting up home networking, things like that. And then landscaping, actually, it gets me outside dealing with that, where does the dirt go? Where do the rocks go? All that kind of stuff. It's
awesome. That's fair play. I can't stand gardening, so yeah. It's weird. I've been covered in oil, grease, whatever, but when it comes to dirt, just don't get it. Just don't get it. It's not me. Question for you. I think I know the answer to this, speaking to you on a personal basis sometimes. If it wasn't Minis, what would it be?
That's easy. It's actually two. They are perfectly even for me. And it is an old Toyota FJ, one of the really old ones.
Didn't know that. Cool.
Or a Land Rover Defender.
See, I knew that.
Yeah.
So Cole, when do you get your British passport, mate? Let's face it. Come on.
I know it's terrible. I must be British at heart. I just love all these old British cars.
Well, I'm glad you do, because people over here don't. So.
I'll be happy to take them. Just send them my way.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And last question, which again is a theme, and I think people are picking up on this. I won't say in 2020, but what can we expect coming up on your channel? Obviously, I think the A series supercharger is going to take priority, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So the supercharged engine is definitely the priority through the middle of the year.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'd like to get back into some really deep DIY episodes.
Okay.
As far as long-term stuff, I would actually really like to branch out into different cars. And I would like to. Obviously, I'm always going to be doing minis, and minis are going to be my love forever.
Yeah.
But I want to try other stuff. I do probably want to get a Defender. I'm probably going to import one and do rebuild on that, bottom to top.
Wicked. Well, I think we'll leave it there, Cole. Thank you so much for trying this with me. You're the first one to try. I've got other people that are a bit of a distance from me, so I'm going to try. If this works, if I can get this to work, I'm crossing my fingers. If we can get this to work,
I have faith. You got it.
Thank you. If we can get this to work, but thank you so much for trying this. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I really appreciate it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks for this. It was fun. I will talk to you later, man.
Thank you. Take it easy. Thanks, Cole.
See ya.